Hello everyone, and welcome to my CSU channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Julie Chrisley donned new physical appearance in court. Julie Chrisley appeared in court on Wednesday, September 25th, for her resentencing hearing. The Chrisley Knows Best star was resentenced to the same 84 months she initially received. However, fans were interested to hear reports of how Julie looked when she walked into the courtroom. Keep reading to see what they're saying about Julie's unrecognizable look. Julie Chrisley sported brown hair in court. The Chrisley Knows Best star appeared before a judge at the United States District Court for the Northern District of Georgia in downtown Atlanta. In the end, the judge ruled that her original punishment was sufficient. Savannah Chrisley and Chase Chrisley were both in the courtroom for the hearing, but Julie didn't look like her normal self. Julie Chrisley is known for her southern charm and big blonde hair. In court on Wednesday, she sported brown hair and looked nothing like she did on television. During her appearance, she took a moment to address the court. In tears, she apologized for what she did to land herself in prison. Julie also addressed her children, apologizing to them for what they've had to go through as a result of her actions. "I would like to say I've had years to think about what I've wanted to say, and I'm sorry for my actions and situations that led us to where we are today," the reality TV icon said. "I've had 20 months in prison, but it has been much more leading up to the trial, and I apologize for my actions that led to where we are today. I have done everything I can do to get closer to my family. I've taken tests for new skills, such as driving a forklift and serving food in proper ways. This has been the most difficult part of my life. I can't ever repay my children for what they've had to go through, and for that, I am so sorry," she concluded. No photos of Julie from court on Wednesday. Chrisley fans took to Reddit to discuss the outcome of Julie's court appearance, as well as her new look. Unfortunately for people who are curious, there won't be any photos of Julie in the courtroom. Federal court does not permit photos or videos of the inmates in court. There could potentially be a drawing released, but that is the most people will see. As fans know, Julie Chrisley initially received a 7-year sentence in November 2022 for fraud and tax evasion. Her husband, Todd Chrisley, was hit with a 12-year sentence. They immediately began appealing their case in December 2022, but both reality TV stars had to report for their prison sentences in January 2023. In April 2024, a judge granted Julie's appeal, and her sentence was vacated due to insufficient evidence. When Julie Chrisley stepped into the courtroom for her latest appearance, whispers rippled through the gallery like a wave of disbelief. The woman who had once graced TV screens with glossy blonde hair, chic southern charm, and radiant confidence now carried a very different kind of presence, quieter, humbler, and heartbreakingly changed by the weight of the past 2 years. Gone was the bright pastel polish and perfectly curled hair that had been Julie's trademark on Chrisley Knows Best. Instead, she arrived with a cropped, natural hairstyle, minimal makeup, and a more subdued outfit, a dark blazer and soft blue shirt that made her seem almost unrecognizable to fans who had followed her family's rise to reality fame. Her transformation wasn't just physical, it seemed spiritual, a different kind of strength. Observers described Julie's demeanor as calm but serious. She didn't flash the signature smile that had once lit up the family's Nashville mansion. Instead, she appeared composed, even serene, as if she'd found a strange peace amid the chaos of her ongoing legal battles. A source close to the Chrisley family told reporters, "Julie has changed a lot during her time away. She's focusing on her health, her faith, and just trying to find a sense of acceptance." What you saw in court wasn't just a new look, it was a reflection of the woman she's becoming. That new woman, it seems, has traded Hollywood polish for quiet resilience. Gone are the glittering earrings and designer shoes. In their place stands a mother and wife who's been to the edge of despair and somehow found her way back. The emotional moment in court. During the court session, Julie sat beside her legal team, her hands folded tightly as the judge reviewed the next phase of her appeal. Her husband, Todd Chrisley, was not present, but his name hovered in every conversation. Witnesses said that Julie looked up briefly when the judge mentioned the timeline of the couple's potential resentencing, her eyes glistening but her posture steady. For a moment, it seemed she was silently praying, not for fame or fortune, but for a second chance at life with her children. Savannah Chrisley, her daughter and fierce defender, later shared on her podcast that seeing her mother again was both beautiful and heartbreaking. She said, "Mom looks different, but in a way, she's stronger. I could see her strength in her eyes. She's been through hell, and yet she's standing. That's my mom." Health struggles and faith transformation. Many fans speculated that Julie's changed appearance was due to the stress of prison life and health challenges she's faced behind bars. Before her sentencing, Julie had been open about her breast cancer scare and the emotional toll of her family's public downfall. A family insider revealed, Julie's time in prison has been physically hard. The routines, the food, the stress, it all shows. But she's also using this time to heal in her own way. She's lost weight, she's focusing on faith-based study, and she's mentoring younger inmates. It's changed her outlook entirely. Indeed, faith has always been the backbone of Julie's strength. In a past interview, she once said, "No matter what comes, my faith will stand." That sentiment seems to have deepened during her time of struggle. Several inmates have described her as the calm in chaos, often leading prayer circles or comforting women who have lost hope. Her new look, then, isn't just the result of circumstance, it's symbolic of renewal. A different Julie. Photos from the courtroom quickly made their way online, sending shockwaves through the Chrisley fanbase. Comments flooded social media platforms within hours. "She looks so different but so peaceful," one fan commented. Another wrote, "Prison changes people, but you can still see the light in her eyes. I'm praying for her." Others couldn't help but express sadness over how drastically life had changed for the once glamorous star. "It's hard to see Julie like that," a longtime viewer said.
"She used to be the heart of that family.
You can tell she's been through something deep." Even critics who once doubted the Chrisley's sincerity seemed to soften. "You can tell this woman has suffered." One post read, "Whatever mistakes were made, I hope she finds grace." Savannah's fierce defense. Savannah, who has made it her mission to fight for her parents' release, couldn't stay silent after the hearing. She took to Instagram, posting a black and white photo of her mother's courtroom sketch with the caption, "They can take her freedom, but they can't take her grace." In her caption, Savannah revealed that Julie's transformation reflects her renewed focus on family and God. Mom's not the same woman the world saw on TV. She's deeper, softer, and wiser. She's been broken, but she's not destroyed. And when she comes home, the world will see what true faith looks like. Savannah also slammed critics who speculated negatively about her mother's appearance, saying, "No one looks the same after going through trauma. But Mom's heart, that's what matters, and it's more beautiful than ever." A marriage tested by time and distance. Todd and Julie's marriage has always been a cornerstone of the Chrisley Knows Best legacy. While Todd has often been the loud and dramatic one, Julie balanced him with calm wisdom. Their separation during imprisonment has undoubtedly tested that bond, but family sources insist their love remains strong. They talk through the prison system whenever they can, one insider revealed. Julie still calls Todd her rock, and he calls her his heart. They've been through public humiliation, financial ruin, and now incarceration, but somehow, they still believe they'll rebuild. That faith in each other, even after all this time apart, mirrors the steadfast woman Julie appeared to be in court, someone who's lost nearly everything yet refuses to surrender hope. The road ahead. As Julie awaits the outcome of her appeal, there's a growing sense that her story is far from over. Legal experts say the resentencing process could bring changes, especially given ongoing reviews of the couple's case handling. But beyond the courtroom, Julie's new appearance and demeanor tell a deeper story, one of survival, humility, and faith reborn through suffering. She may no longer be the glamorous matriarch fans remember, but perhaps that's exactly the point. Life has stripped away the luxury, the fame, and even the illusion of control. What remains is the essence of Julie Chrisley, a woman of quiet faith, fierce love, and hard-earned grace. As one fan wrote poignantly under Savannah's post, Julie doesn't look like she used to. She looks stronger.